Thank you so much for this comment. So yes, I put a lot of effort into my stop motion videos. I've made a few videos explaining how I do it before, but I've been wanting to make like a more in-depth video. This is not a tutorial, this is just me explaining how it's done. I'm not gonna put every single little detail in because that would take like a very long time, but let me show you how I do it. So once I'm done building, that's when I start making the video. I don't do it in the way you think I do. It's actually all done in reverse. So what I'll do now is I'll press tab to go into the free cam mode, and then I'll kind of move down and get it to the perfect spot. Once I do, I'll save that preset angle by pressing Control 5. And now whenever I go out of this camera mode, if I go back and press 5, it'll take me right back to it. So I will take a screenshot, go back, and then I'll start deleting every item individually. So take a screenshot, delete, screenshot, delete, and I'll just keep doing this until all of these plants are gone. I'm done taking screenshots of the plants there. Now I'm going to lower these trees into the ground so that whenever I reverse the video, it looks like they're growing up from out of the ground. So I'm gonna do this with the tool mod. I'm going to lower it by like 0.5. and then take a screenshot every time I do that until the tree is all the way gone. Once it gets to be like right there, I'll take a screenshot and then I'll just delete it so that it looks like it went under, but really I just deleted it. Now I'm doing the same thing with this tree over here. So I'm lowering it and then taking a screenshot every time I lower it. Okay, also, I just wanted to say, like, I get a lot of questions in the comments. Some people are like, why do you do it this way? Why don't you just hold down Control Z and just watch everything disappear? Or they'll say, like, why don't you just take a screenshot every time you add an item? Why do you do it in reverse? Whenever I build, I do a lot of changing things up. So if I were to take a screenshot every time I added an item, things would not be as seamless as they are because in the end, I always end up moving stuff around and making changes. The reason I don't do Control Z is because you can't do that when you're in tab mode. It just zooms in and zooms out. And also, it's just like glitchy and not seamless. But with the screenshots, you can go back and edit each individual screenshot if something happens, and it's just so much more detailed. And yes, it takes 10 times as long, but it is always worth it in the end. After I'm done removing everything in this section, I'll go to a new camera point to move on over to a new section so that I can start removing things over here. I'm gonna try and center it just like I did before, and I'll angle it down so that we can see everything. I'll save this camera point, and then I'm gonna go back to this one. I'm gonna start recording a video now instead of taking a picture. Go to this camera point and then slide on over to the other one. Now I'll take screenshots, and I will just keep doing this all the way around the entire house until I'm done. It usually takes between 30 minutes and 2 hours. This lot is a 64 by 64, so it'll probably take about close to 2 hours, but I'll let you know how long it takes whenever I get done, and then I'll show you how I do the editing in Premiere Pro. So I started at 10:53 p.m. I just got done and it's 12:24, so it took about an hour and a half. I got 800 screenshots, so I'm gonna put those in Premiere Pro, and then I'll get all my videos and put those in there as well. And I have 12 videos. So the first thing I'll do is change the sequence to be vertical. Then after that, I'll remove the audio from all the videos, and then I will put them in reverse. After that, I'll go to the screenshots and change them to be vertical. Now I'm gonna go to the videos and crop them to where it's just the movement and none of this stuff that you saw at the beginning. So I'll just scroll over until it starts to move, and then I'll make a cut there, and then I'll go to the end when it stops moving and make a cut there. And then I'll do that to all 12 videos. After I crop all the videos, I'll go to the screenshots now, and then I'll put them in different sections. So like, see how these change to a different angle? I'll put these over so that I can know that they're at different angles. And then I'll just scroll through until it changes, slide these over. I also put all the pictures in reverse, so whenever I take screenshots, usually it looks like this. Since I put it in reverse, it looks like the house is building itself instead of being deleted. Now that I have all the screenshots in different sections, I'll go in and apply a transition to every screenshot so that they kind of fade together. And then I'll go through and just watch and make sure that there's no like weird things happening. Sometimes if I'm like hovering over an item, it'll be highlighted and you can tell. See, like here, the lighting changed, so I had to take 2 screenshots, and I'm gonna delete the one that looks bad. So after I think everything looks good, I'll nest this section together, which means like I'm grouping it together so that it becomes one thing instead of like 100 in a row, you know? And then I'll do that to all of these different sections of pictures. And then when I'm done with that, I'll piece all the pictures and videos together so that it's one seamless video. All of these green ones are the screenshots grouped together, and this video is currently 7 minutes long, so I'm gonna take all of these green sections and speed them up by like 300% because right now they're really slow. I'll do like 377, that's usually what I do. Now this video is 2 minutes and 43 seconds, and I still have to do some fine tuning so that I can make the video like 60 seconds. So I'm gonna do that and then I'll show you the finished product. I'm pretty much done now. The video turned out to be 1 minute and 50 seconds, but usually what I'll do is I'll speed it up within the TikTok app. And then sometimes I'll import audio into Premiere Pro and I'll like line up the video with the audio. That takes a really long time because I have to look at every single screenshot and line it up with the beat of the video. I don't think I'm gonna do that today just because it's almost 1 a.m. But sometimes whenever I have the audio on TikTok, it like ends up matching perfectly. So maybe I'll get lucky today. This is how it turned out. This isn't like the final product because usually I'll go in and like make some very fine-tuned edits. But this is basically how it's gonna end up turning out. I'll post the full video later. If you wanna go check it out, it'll be on my TikTok profile.